Hello there, it's Katrina again with Do You Have a Couple of Minutes? And today I want to know if you have a couple of minutes to continue my series on tips for recent and not so recent grads. So we've made it to tip 3. And just as a reminder, tip 1 was that you should get used to change and use change to your advantage. Tip number 2 was to take notice when somebody is providing you mentorship, sponsorship, lending you their confidence and courage so that you can achieve more. And tip number 3 is get connected. Life is built on relationships, and you can make those relationships happen. When we have relationships, we are exposing ourselves to others, to other experiences, to other potential opportunities. We are creating connections that can mutually serve one another. A lot of times you'll find out that, even jobs as we're going through that process, even some of those jobs come through relationships, even if there is testing. I mean, maybe you find out that there is a test or there is something available because of a relationship that you've had. Maybe you're able to better prepare for an opportunity because of a relationship you've had or something that someone is able to share with you. So be mindful of those relationships. And relationships aren't just those relationships that you are building at a workplace. You can build relationships outside of your workplace and out in the community. There can be relationships if you are a person of faith with your household of faith that actually extend to helping you in different work settings and in different personal settings. You can be involved in community activities and events. It may be with maybe you have a child with their school, or maybe there's a cause that you are really passionate about. Developing those relationships can be a two-pronged benefit where you're feeling like you are contributing and you're giving something, and you're also able to receive something in the form of those relationships and connections. There used to be a saying about a lot of business deals being made on the golf course, and certainly that may continue to be true, but I think in our day of new technology, that all of the ways that we develop relationship and that we're able to communicate with one another and stay in contact with one another really matters. And when you're in relationships, they're two-way streets, right? So we need to be worthy of those relationships. Relationships take time. One-sided relationships don't tend to work out so well, right? I mean, sometimes there are service types of relationship where you're not expecting anything in advance, or you don't care who's necessarily providing you, this standard service. But if it is something of greater value, then those need to be two-way streets where, you're giving and you have the opportunity to receive. So be ready to make that investment in relationships. Get connected. Being connected is going to be a great benefit. And certainly, even in your workplaces, being connected allows you to remain relevant, to have a pulse on things that are going on so that you can make the best decisions and best choices. So, get connected is my third tip. I hope that you have found that this has been a topic that's been inspiring, something to help you think, learn, grow, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. And I hope that if you are enjoying these messages, that you will share them with others so that they can come along our learning journey as well. Please be sure to check out the show notes for a summary of today's session, as well as contact information if you'd like to be in touch with me, and information on how you can get my most recent publications. And as always, I'm super appreciative of you joining me here today, and I hope to see you back next time for tip number 4. Until then.